Our next topic we're going to talk about is how the Discovery Group becomes a church. Our goal is to start churches through Discovery Groups. And what is a church? A church is a group of baptized believers in Jesus who meet regularly to worship, nurture one another, and fellowship, and to depart aiming to transform our communities to obey Jesus. That is what a church is. So what's the difference between a discovery group and a church? Well, it is that the people have been baptized, and their mission now is to teach others to follow and obey Jesus. A church has the characteristics of a family. They love one another, care for each other, keep each other accountable. What's this process looks like? Well, the disciple maker, our role, we meet with the leader of the discovery group for months, and we teach them how to lead the discovery group. And so the discovery group, they learn for themselves about God and His commands. And eventually they can come to follow Christ and follow His commandment to be baptized. When that happens, the group now becomes a church. This process takes anywhere from 6 months to 2 years of coaching and mentoring. In that period of time, perhaps the 2 years, will be about mentoring the leaders of the discovery group. Mentoring the leaders so that they can develop the group to be a church. And so our role, the disciple maker, we've been giving them passages to read, answering any questions the leader has, and we've been developing relationships with the leader. And as time goes on, we're less involved with the leader as the leaders develop. That makes sense. The more the person develops, the less we need to help them out. But we're always there. We're always there if they need it, and we're still meeting with them regularly. But the thing is, as leaders develop, their spiritual warfare will become much more intense, and it'll be the most intense right before the group comes to Christ. And so during this period, when the discovery group, they're learning from Scripture, they think they may want to follow Jesus. This is the crucial time. During this time, our time with the leaders, it should double. We should spend more time with them. And we should lead them through passages talking about the role of the church and the church leaders. So we've been talking to them, sharing the passages about Jesus. But when it looks like they may want to be baptized, become a church, we then start teaching them passages about what is the church and what is the church to do. And so once the church, once the group has decided to become a church, to be baptized, to have this mission to obey Jesus, we should brainstorm with the leader of the group how the church can love and serve their neighbors and their community out of their own resources. Because we want the church to be functional on their own. We do not want the church to be dependent on outside help. So they may not have very much, but that's why it's important to think about ideas on how the church can serve their community and love their community and use their own resources to do that. And then the leader of the discovery group, this whole time, hopefully they have been finding persons of peace on their own. But if they haven't, this is the time. When the group has become a church, the leader or the church members themselves, they now get this model of disciple-making movement to go and through the church's resources, their own resources, they reach out to their community, find a person of peace, and start this process over again. And disciple-making movement can spread.